Okay, so we are going to move on from quadratics by factoring to solving equations using structure, and this is really about substituting another variable to make it easier. So let me copy down what we've got here. 3x minus 1 squared plus 12x minus 4 is equal to 0. And what I can see is I can see that 3x minus 1 and 12x minus 4 are multiples of each other. They have a common factor. That's 3x minus 1. This is 3x minus 1 times 4. 3x times 4 is 12x, and minus 1 times 4 minus 4. So I can make a substitution here that says some new variable, can be any variable, is equal to 3x minus 1. And now I've got, this is 3x minus 1. I'm going to change, and where it says 3x minus 1, I'm going to put y. So now I have y squared plus, and again, this is 4 times that, 4 times 3x minus 1. So it's 4 times y is equal to 0. And now I can factor these out. There's a y, and there's a y plus 4 equals 0. So I know that y is equal to 0, or y plus 4 equals 0. And then I can substitute this back in. So y is what? Y is 3x minus 1. So I can say if y is 0 and 3x minus 1 is y, then 3x minus 1 is 0. If y plus 4 is 0 and y is 3x minus 1, then 3x minus 1 plus 4 is equal to 0. Okay, and then I can just solve these. So I can have 3x, add 1 to both sides, and 4 minus 1 is 3. And if I subtract 3 from both sides, I get that. And divide by 3 on both sides, and I have x is equal to 1/3, or x is equal to -1. Let's try and substitute. So 1/3 times 3 is 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay, 0 squared is 0. 1/3 in here. 1/3 times 12 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. So 0 plus 0 is 0. Here I've got -1. 3 times -1 is -3. Minus 1 is -4. 4 squared, -4 squared is 16. So this part right here is 16. And here I've got 12 times -1 is -12. Minus 4 is -16. So I have 16 minus 16 is, so both of those work. Says find one value of x. So I've just, and either one is okay, I guess. Now we could have put in either one there. Interesting. So let's solve this equation using structure. So it says let p, here we go, they're giving it to us. P is equal to 4x minus 7. They're telling us this, and then we can see over here 4x minus 7 squared plus 16 is equal to 40x minus 70. And I can see this is 10 times 4x minus 7. And then we can substitute p as 4x minus 7. So here 4x minus 7 is p. Then I have p squared plus 16 is equal to 10 times, and this is p, 10p. And then I'm going to subtract 10p from both sides to get everything together in a nice quadratic looking form. Okay, and then we're going to take those factors again and sum. If you know how to do this, then you don't have to write it out. But if you're confused and you're not sure what you're doing, this is a great way to make sure you don't make a mistake. You know, go slow, and then when you get comfortable with it, then you can stop doing this. After you can kind of do this in your head. My sum here is 17, and my sum here is negative 17. 2 plus 8 is 10. Negative 2 minus 8 is negative 10. 4 plus 4 is 8. 4 minus 4 is negative 8. What number do I want here? I want negative 10. Here's the negative 10, so there are 2. So I can have now p minus 2 times p minus 8 is equal to 0. So I know p minus 2 is equal to 0, or p minus 8 is equal to 0. But let's not forget, p is equal to this, 4x minus 7. So I'm going to substitute that back in. P minus 2 is 0, so 4x minus 7 minus 2 is 0. P minus 8 is 0, so 4x minus 7 minus 8 is 0. Here I've got 9 minus 9. So I'm going to add 9 to both sides. I'm going to have 4x is equal to 9. 4x is equal to fourths. And over here I'm going to have minus 15. I'm going to add 15 to both sides. So I'm going to have 4x is equal to 15. 4x is equal to 15 fourths. We didn't actually have to do all of this stuff up here. We just wanted to know this, what we are here. But definitely want you to be able to solve through all of this stuff. P squared minus 10p plus 16. There we go. Is equal to 0. So that's the one we want. New board here. So here we've got x squared plus 4. And this system, this way to do this is so common in math when you want to solve equations that look really difficult. When you, if you can substitute in something that makes it all easier, then wow, things get great. Okay. So we want to find one of these values. So we don't have to find both. I think I'm going to go through and find both for you. So I'm going to use the variable k this time. I see x squared plus 4 here, and I see x squared plus 4 here. So when I see x squared plus 4, I can just write k. K squared minus 11, x squared plus 4 is k, plus 24 is equal to 0. And so I'm going to factor that out. If you know how to do this, you don't have to do it this way. But you know, if you're not sure of what you're doing, then don't be shy. Don't try to do too much in your head. I always tell my students, don't try to do too much in your head. Whoops, 8. Okay. So you try to do too much in your head, like I'm trying to talk to you and work now. If you do too much in your head, then you're gonna make mistakes, and it depends on where you are and how comfortable you are and how many times you did it. If you did it 1,000 times already, then you can probably do it in your head. Probably. But sometimes I still can't do it in my head. I've done it in all of these 10,000 already. And still, if I'm trying to do too many things in my head, I'll lose it. So what are we looking for here? We're looking for negative 11. That's right here. So these are the ones we want. So we've got k minus 3. Remember, it's not x. Times k minus 8 equal to 0. And we're going to split that up into k minus 3 is equal to 0, or k minus 8 is equal to 0. And remember, k is x squared plus 4. So I'm going to have x squared plus 4 is minus 3, minus 3 is equal to 0, or x squared plus 4 minus 8 is equal to 0. And here I'll have x squared plus 1 equals 0. If we subtract 1 from both sides, we're going to get x squared is equal to negative 1. And we don't know what to do with that yet. We're kind of like, we have to stop there. Here we have x squared minus 4 equals 0. X squared is equal to 4. So x, if we take the square root of both sides, x is equal to positive or negative 2. So I have positive 2 or negative 2. And let me substitute just to, so we can, make sure that's going to work. So I'm going to take positive 2, stick it up here. 2 squared is 4, plus 4 is 8. 8 squared is 64. We got a lot of stuff, so let me just write that up here. 64. 2 squared is 4, plus 4 is 8, times negative 11 is negative 88, plus 24, and that does equal 0. 64 minus 88 plus 24 is 0. Okay, so that works for us. Go ahead and put that 2 in here. All right, we've got one more on this side. We've got 2x plus 3 squared minus 6x minus 9 equals 0. Now, can we see this 2x plus 3 somewhere? I can. It's right here. Three times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And we have this negative here both places. So then I can say, let's choose a different m. Just want you to realize that we don't have to use the same variable every time. And so 2x, x, 2x plus 3 is m. And so I'm going to have 2x plus 3 is m. I'm going to have m squared minus 3m is equal to 0. I can factor here. I can factor out an m. M times m minus 3 is equal to 0. So that means m is equal to 0, or m minus 3 is equal to 0. And now I can substitute back in that 2x plus 3. So if m is 0, then 2x plus 3 is equal to 0. If m minus 3 is 0, then 2x plus 3 minus 3 is equal to 0. And this is going to be 2x is equal to 0, or x is equal to 0. This is going to be, if we subtract 3 from both sides, 2x is negative 3, divide by 2. There we go. So it wants only 1. I'm going to put in the 0. Let me substitute, make sure I didn't make a mistake. Okay, 0, if I put 0 in here, 2 times 0 is 0, plus 3 is 3. 3 squared is 9. Minus 6 times 0, that's still 9. Minus 9, 9 minus 9 is 0. All right, so I am good. So it's definitely 1. All right, so that's how we solve equations by structure using substitution with a variable. A very, very useful technique, and you can use it later in lots of different kinds of math.